Okay, so we got our render network set up, so let's actually finish the job and do the full frame range. So first things first is we need to set this back to HQ, because this is going to be our set it and forget it render. We're not going to hang around for this. I'm going to change, we only have 40 frames anyway, so I'm just going to, or you know what, because we're going to set it and forget it, let's have it do the full frame range. Boom, 240. And then render everything. So again, we just click on, well, let's save it first, of course, and let us change our this smoke density back to 1. And now we're gonna click this. I'll save it again. We're gonna say just make sure that it's doing node by node, because if it's doing frame by frame, it's going to try to simulate a frame, cache it, render, simulate a frame, cache it, render, and that would technically work here, maybe, but let's just have it cache everything first. We know we have the full cache, and then we can render them all from that. Again, especially if you're going to send this to a farm service like Amazon Web Services or what have you, where you can pay for cloud computing. We're going to need the caches to be written all the way first before we send all of the caches out to be parallelized. So there it goes. Geometry 1, again, this is the ROP here. And you can see all the little, you can see in the helper bar down here and up here, this simulation stuff going by. Our sim is pretty fast because it is so low resolution. Of course, your sims aren't always going to be this fast. The renders, though, are going to take a while, at least on my computer, because we asked for 6 pixel samples by 6 pixel samples, and that's just going to take a little while. Those pixel samples are what's going to make the image more smooth. We'll get into the specifics of all the different render settings and volume settings and how to speed it up versus quality later on. But for now, suffice to say, it's kind of like anti-aliasing if you're familiar with that. The higher the number it is, the better it will look, but the slower it will render. So now it's moved on to the Mantra 1 ROP, as you can see, rendering. And as you can see, this is going to take a little while. So I'm going to skip ahead, and then we'll just, kind of like a cooking show, we'll just pull it out of the oven as if it was already done and see what we got.